Hello everyone, I have been gone for a while, but I am back. I will no longer be using my real voice on YouTube, instead I will be using text-to-speech. Anyway, I want to talk about something that's been bothering me recently. All over the internet I have seen people claiming that Gen Alpha cannot read. At first I thought they were exaggerating until I saw it for myself. And in fact it's worse than I thought. I was visiting a friend and his younger brother, and I were watching YouTube. Then he asked me, what does that say? The word was extraordinary. He was 9 years old. I asked him, can you read? And he said no, maybe this was simply a one-off issue. But with this, and all of the claims online, I think maybe it is true. If this is true, I believe the root cause is the amount of time kids spend online instead of with their parents. It is sad to see that kids spend time on the internet more than with their families, and shows that society is in a downward spiral. A lot of people claim that it is the kid's fault, when that is not the case. A kid's brain is underdeveloped, therefore parents are the ones who should guide them, and parents aren't doing that. Therefore it is the parents' fault. Side note, I am not trying to parent shame or force people into an opinion. I am simply stating my opinion on this discourse. I personally find it ridiculous that parents aren't putting in effort into raising their children. And this is coming from someone raised on Xbox 360. I believe that kids can have gaming consoles as long as they are home consoles. That is, because if they are able to take them everywhere they go, they will become dependent and addicted to the device. However, some parents simply aren't aware of the lasting consequences of early screen use. The thing that many people can't understand is that iPad kids become iPad adults. And early screen use can cause lifelong addiction if not corrected. I've seen this at my school. Many students go to the bathroom to use their phones instead of doing work. Many students do not want to have a career rather than being an influencer. Yes, I might sound like a hypocrite. However, I make videos because I enjoy them, not only because of fame. And I know YouTube won't be a stable career. Another thing I've noticed is that in schools there is an ableism epidemic. I have severe vision problems. And while yes, I've been bullied for a long time, now it has gotten worse. This might just be due to immaturity, but due to my poor depth perception, people fake throw things at me and laugh and lie to people. None of them got reported or felt any remorse. That is the other thing I've noticed nowadays. Schools have no discipline. They'll send kids home for a day, then boom, they're back at school bullying students again. Also at school I have witnessed the reading epidemic firsthand. I, a person with vision problems, read above grade level, meanwhile kids with 20/20 vision read far below. I might be wrong about this though. I've seen kids spend the whole reading period staring at the wall. It is stupid, but slightly impressive that they can spend an hour staring at a wall. Also off topic, but I will soon upload more, but currently my capture card is broken. I am using old footage from a few months ago. Many students also think it's cool, and even brag about getting bad grades. It is honestly sad. Let that sink in. Students nowadays brag about failing classes. I swear it makes me mad seeing kids brag about getting bad grades. And another thing, they don't care about being held back. For those who don't know, being held back is when you fail all your classes and are forced to repeat a grade. Students don't care anymore about their education. I thought that it was always like this, until I asked my mother. She said that when she was a kid she valued her education, or at least didn't want to disappoint her family. It's as if they think work is optional when it isn't. Again, I blame social media. To anyone with younger siblings or kids, restrict or better yet remove social media and iPads altogether until they are 13. I have seen videos of teachers walking out of the classroom and kids simply laughing about it. It is ridiculous and very depressing. Students either can't or won't understand empathy, or that teachers are people too. It is sad, very sad. I feel so bad for the teachers having to deal with these kids who don't even care about their future. I can't understand how people can just throw their future away. However, we need to remember that kids learn from their environment and their parents, so we shouldn't blame the kids. However, it isn't fully the parents' fault either. It is the companies such as TikTok who engineer their apps to be extremely addictive and fast-paced. Of course kids will get addicted if the app is addictive. They don't have self-control, and with no restrictions they are bound to become dependent. I've also noticed that school has become more digital. Almost all assignments are on Chromebooks, and it is easy for students to bypass restrictions and play games. Also, many students view the internet as a toy rather than a tool, so they view their schoolwork more as a game. Anyway, that's all for this video. Comment, like, and subscribe, or don't, and have a good day. Goodbye.